as far as the small things. Well, we've already ruled that out because we said he's a good man. So the small things, that the small negative attributes that he's bringing, they're not. She's recognizing that they're not a big deal. I can still work with this. Whereas the other woman is saying that, well, no, I'm not willing to work with that. I understand you're a good match for me, but because you're not also this, then it's a no go for me. It's always funny when you hear women talk about that, because it paints them in a light to where their value is higher than the guys. Like they're just perfect and nothing is wrong with them. You know, part of the like I said, just say leave women like that alone. Just if she says that, you just accept it and move on. Go find you somebody else, man. It's not worth trying to work that out, because she's unwilling to compromise. Which immediately, even if you get a chance to win her over, she's going to hold that over your head for the rest of your life. Welcome back, guys. Mike here, Money Marriage Media, and we are back with Daily Wrap Up Crew. Still looking for 1,000 subscribers. That's the goal. Today's video is why being a good man isn't good enough. Should be interesting, right? Well, maybe. Let's see.
So, get into the first topic. Is being a good man good enough for modern women today? Which I think.
It depends on what's good enough. Like, what are your terms? What are your expectations? Everybody's standard is different. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's like contextual at this point. What good is in a man, what a certain female might want out of a man. So I think it depends.
Okay.
I personally think, I think you're right. It does depend on the person, but when it comes to her, I think she was chatting. I really don't. I get where she's coming from, where it's like, there's more to it, but it's like, what more should there be? If he's a good person, he takes care of you, he provides, like, what else do you want?
I think everyone has different needs, so it really.
So then, but being with, okay.
I feel like she has to figure out what's a good man for her.
Okay. So the reality is that if it's up to the woman, she has already said he's good for her. But what she's saying is that that's not enough. So clearly this is a woman who is looking for excess. Avoid women like that. They'll never be happy.
If, like she says, a good man is not enough, then it's like, what is there?
What is enough? Yeah.
Like, what is enough for you? Like, what is he doing that's not enough?
If you want something, if you don't want a genuine, like, and I'm not saying that you can't get something genuine out of, another type of relationship, but if you don't want a genuine relationship, just be straightforward. Like, you just want fucking money, you want this, you want that, like, just let's keep it $150. You feel me? I don't know. I feel like personally she was just rambling on from saying what she really wanted to say.
Yeah, because she mentioned his humor, but do you feel like women move the goalposts when it comes to potentially having a successful relationship?
Absolutely.
As far as wanting more.
Elaborate, please.
Like she mentioned, he's a good man. He does everything, but his humor was the only thing that was lacking. You don't fuck with his humor, and that just turned her off from him.
If that's a big thing for her, then she will move the goalpost. If it's like whatever, then she's gonna override that. But
no, because remember, she's already defined him as a good man, but he doesn't have this, so it's not worth it. This phenomenon leads to the scenario that I always talk about. You already met your husband and you blew it. This is how they blow it.
Again, it depends on
what
she's looking for.
Now he got to be Eddie Murphy and shit.
She's not gonna find
I want to stay with Juta, because Juta make a good point about women moving the goalposts, right? Because oftentimes on the show we would hear women say, "Where are all the good men? Like, there is no good men." So now that y'all found that good man, now it's like, well, he has all of these. He has 98% of what I want, but because he doesn't have that 2%, man, he just not for me. So you were willing to risk that 2% in hopes to find a man, this 100% man. And realistically, I don't think anybody is going to find that 100% person that's compatible with you, men or women. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for you to try to keep holding out to find that and that's what I'm finding what's happening a lot with women is the thing about I'm not going to settle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna keep looking for that unicorn or that guy that's ultra compatible with me, and you're gonna keep getting older and older. And now your options are not even there no more. Like, you know, now that guy that you did find, he may not even want you like that. You get what I'm saying? Because of obviously biology and all these other factors that, you know, these guys that have made enough of themselves as far as, you know, if they are successful and productive in society, they have the options now. Like, you get what I'm saying? So now they have the bulk of options. Now, do you fit in their options? Probably not at that point. Like, you know what I mean? So that's that moving the goalpost thing that Drew was talking about.
I just feel like everyone thinks they have options. It's the problem.
Yeah,
you know?
she's right.
That is the problem. But who do you think realizes that more, men or women?
Both.
Hell no.
Both.
Men are realistic. You get what I'm saying? I of course we want something in return, but we're willing to compromise. And I don't even want to use.
That's not true. If you don't find her attractive, are you gonna compromise?
No,
Yes.
no. But that's like okay.
Yes.
So what else is she giving me? Is she?
Men will go down in looks to go up in cooperation. It's nothing. I don't know. That's not even up for debate. This is why I said the whole thing. I did a video about this about 9s and 10s very rarely get married because they've spent so much time, you know, relying on their beauty that they haven't developed other attributes that are going to be beneficial to men. So, you know, when their beauty starts to fade, what you got? That's why that doesn't work. As men get older, as we start, marriage-minded men are going to be interested in things that go beyond your beauty. It's like, okay, you know, we're not going to go into that because that's a different conversation. Let's if they don't mention it, I'll bring it up in the summary.
She a good woman? Is she cooking? Is she cleaning? Is she making me happy? Is she fucking me? All that other stuff? Then I will dial down on 1 to 10 coming home.
It's all about compromise. Relationship is all about compromise. There's no such thing
100%.
as 100% comfortability, 100% like, you feel me? I mean, there is people out there where it's like they find their soulmate, but in reality, it's all about compromise. Like, there's not going to be absolutely everything that you like about your partner, but if they're just right for you, they're just right for you. If you can't see that, then, you know.
You believe in soulmates?
Yeah, 100%.
Really?
I feel like there's 7 billion people in this world. There's no way that you can't find someone that's perfect for you.
But you talking about soulmate? That's not
one.
1 out of 7 billion.
I believe like your soulmates can be friends. Yeah. It can be like, it could be multiple. It's not like just romantic.
Yeah, I know what the probability.
It could be platonic.
You know what the probability, if you're going off those numbers, 7 billion people on this earth, right? And you know what the probability of you finding your soulmate?
Well, I'm not speaking in literal terms, but let's just be 100% for real. Like, if you are putting yourself out there, you're bound to find somebody that might just be right for you. You know, that's just in my opinion, especially if like you're looking in the right places. So it's like I understand, you know, compromising is part of a relationship, but it's like, when it comes to the reason why I didn't get what she was saying is because she was talking about like little aspects that don't really matter. You know, to me, like a deal breaker would be if he's messy or like extremely messy though, like to the point where it's like unmanageable or he's not self-aware. You'll be surprised by how many people are not self-aware. You know, like those are deal breakers for me. But like little things, little attributes, like him not being funny. Okay, I'll be funny for the both of us.
Yeah.
We'll find. Yeah. We'll thug it out.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
What was your thoughts, King?
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and chime in on this. I actually agree with the young lady. What was she wearing? She's in the middle, right? The problem comes in is that when the woman has labeled him a good man, but then she says that's not enough. That means that the man has checked the majority of the boxes for her, but she is looking for that extra 5 or 10% for him to be 100. And if he's not 100%, well, it's just not for me. That's the attitude that we're dealing with here. So what she was talking about as far as, you know, the small things, well, we've already ruled that out because we said he's a good man. So the small things, that the small negative attributes that he's bringing, they're not. She's recognizing that they're not a big deal. I can still work with this. Whereas the other woman is saying that, well, no, I'm not willing to work with that. I understand you're a good match for me, but because you're not also this, then it's a no go for me. You know, it's always funny when you hear women talk about that, because it paints them in a light to where their value is higher than the guys. Like they're just perfect and nothing is wrong with them. You know, part of the, like I said, just say, leave women like that alone. Just if she says that, you just accept it and move on and go find you somebody else, man. It's not worth trying to work that out, because she's unwilling to compromise, which immediately, even if you get a chance to win her over, she's going to hold that over your head for the rest of your life. That's just not where you want to be.
I think she, like you said, like she looking for like the perfect man, and it's like nobody's perfect. You know what I mean?
Right.
She's not perfect.
That's what I'm saying. She's
I'm
not
not
perfect.
perfect.
So how you expecting perfect out of somebody else? You know what I mean? You gotta be willing to work with somebody in order to make a relationship successful. And like the woman said in the audio, in the video, if you gonna be single with 4 cats, and she's like, oh, I'm fine with that. So like, if you fine with that, you know what I mean, you really fine with that, all right, that's what you gonna end up with, because nobody perfect. So if you searching for that perfect shit,
you know what this reminds me of? You ever heard of that concept of like the husband store?
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah,
Definitely.
Oh, like you pick out your perfect husband.
Yeah, like it's like there's a
every
store.
level you go to
yeah.
is like a new attribute. You know what I mean? And the women just kept going until there was nothing left, and they ended up with nothing.
Yeah, I think that's very, like, because they were saying the guys probably, if there's 7 levels, like the guys are probably set on level 3 or 4. Like, you know what I'm saying? Woman would get to level 4. He got everything I want, but let me see what else I got.
Yeah.
And then let me see what's up. And then 7, there's no men here. And then I was like, damn, like you kept going up. And I think that's what, you know, when we talk about, you know, hypergamy, right? Women are naturally hypergamous, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But when you're constantly keep trying to look for the one up, you know what I mean? As far as the guy, sometimes you get to the point where you have a good situation, but you're I'm not going to settle. That mindset. So now you keep going up, and then you end up with nothing. Like,
And I feel like women would use the word settle, and men would use the word compromise when you're looking at for a relationship. Once a man is hooked onto a woman, we are willing to compromise and build. You know, where women, they feel like they settling, and once a woman feel like she's kind of settling, she always got one foot in, one foot out, worrying about seeing what her other options, exploring her options at all times.
I have a question for what you said when it comes to women looking. You don't think men look? Like
Look
they're
what?
always, I mean, I hear it all the time. They'll be with a great woman where it's like, you know, it's perfect for them, but they're willing to risk it for something extremely temporary. So I feel like that's backwards.
I could agree with that.
I don't think that's looking to like
No, that's looking you
to
use yours.
upgrade. No, hold on. I'll let you talk. I don't think it's looking to like upgrade or whatever. Like a woman will look to upgrade her situation. A man look for like something temporary and then go back home to his wife.
But you're risking it.
True.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's looking to upgrade or if you're looking to risk it. You're still looking. It's the same. It's,
I mean, but you looking at it two different.
same
two
thing.
different
no, it's the same
different
thing.
ways.
You're risking
It's,
it.
it's two different perspectives.
You're not satisfied enough,
That's not true either.
but you're looking. So if you were, why
That's
would you
not
look?
true either.
But why would you look then? Tell me that.
That's I don't know how
You
to.
can't.
I don't know
You
how to.
can't.
I can't explain it to
Okay
you.
then.
Because it's
Boom.
essentially the same thing. You're just
We're
doing it in
human.
a different
We're
way.
human.
Yo,
we like
It looks
a man
different,
could be
but it's not.
a man could be satisfied with his situation and still look at something like temporary. I'll get this real quick. Then that has nothing to do with his
You're
situation.
risking
Also
it.
true. I understand.
But that
wrong
doesn't mean
is
he's
wrong.
not satisfied though. That's why I said it's two different
But what
things.
is that?
I get what he's trying to say. I also understand where the ladies are coming from. The difference here is that men and women view this topic differently. That's why they can't come. That's why the ladies are having such a hard time understanding it. And he's not really articulate enough to have a conversation with anyone with a woman, because women look at it differently. So that's why he's struggling to explain it. But I mean, again, most biologically, biological aspect is what he's talking about. Is that men want variety. The problem comes in is that just because it's a biological urge doesn't mean that you're going to follow it. You see these talking points all the time on these male oriented dating shows where these guys want to live out this biological fantasy, but that gets old. That's the kind of stuff you think about when you're younger. As you get older, you're like, okay, I don't have time for this. I got too much other things going on, to where that stuff just becomes like, it's okay, it's just a fantasy, and then we can leave it there and move on to the things that are going on in reality. Because again, the older you get as a man, the more valuable you become, because you've chosen to devote so much time to building. So you're willing to put those biological urges on the shelf because you have more important things to do.
You're still risking it. So it's like a woman is risking looking for someone better, and you're still risking.
Yeah, but she will leave her situation.
It's even worse. I feel like it sounds even worse in the way that you're putting it right now.
You will leave your situation in hopes that this man will be better, that you're talking to with no strings attached, and you will hope that this is going to be a better situation.
I'm
not leaving my situation.
And you would risk, there's men that would risk, let's say 10 plus year relationship for what, a nut?
Yeah.
Let's be 100% transparent.
Yeah,
okay then.
yeah.
So it's double, like you can't.
No, they're both wrong. It's no.
I'm not saying they're not.
Yeah.
They're both wrong, but it's two different perspectives though.
Yeah, 100%.
He's not looking to lose his situation.
But it still happens. There's men who leave for younger.
Niggas get caught.
They hear it all the time. No, but you hear it all the time. Men leave for younger. Men leave for this, or you feel me? She got a bigger ass, or men leave for what they feel like is better in their eyes.
I don't think women understand. Women allow men.
The majority of relationships are ended by women. It's not men who are leaving. I think what happens is that men are lying when they get into the relationship as to what they're looking for fear of the girl walking away. So then that's when you end up in the situations where she's talking about. But it's not men who leave. That whole leaving for a younger woman thing, that's an extreme. That's not the majority of relationships.
To do this, you get what I'm saying? A man only do what you allow him and make him feel comfortable with doing. I'm telling you this. How many times have you realistically been cheated on and stood with the dude?
I don't know. And I honestly, I can't tell you.
All right, well, let's ask the rest of the world and society of women who stood with a nigga after he cheated on her and smiled in her face, got back in the panties, and then cheated on her again. After a while, it's like normal. It's like regular. You get what I'm saying? So
just say you can't control yourself.
No. Don't put words in my mouth.
No, but that's literally what you're insinuating. I'm not putting words in your mouth.
No, I'm saying you're allowing me to fuck other girls and come fuck you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so you can't control yourself.
No. I can control myself.
Clearly not.
Because if certain people that's in that situation want to be in that and like not do that, they can do that. So it's what you allow. Mm-hmm. If your standards is to allow me to do this.
Okay, so I don't allow that. You're just going to do that to the next
No.
Then you can't control yourself.
And if a woman then has these standards where she doesn't allow a man to cheat on her.
He's going to find a woman he can't cheat on.
Listen. Can you listen?
I'm listening.
Okay, please. Thank you.
She's true.
Saying the same thing.
No. Are you going to just keep talking?
You are saying the same thing.
I'm not, because you keep running your mouth. Like I'm trying to say something.
Speaking facts, it's not running my mouth.
No.
How can he be saying the same thing if she won't let him finish what he was saying in the first place? It just looks to me like she's triggered and she doesn't want to. She's trying to speak for him to cut him off so she can control the conversation. It's a manipulation tactic at the end of the day. It's like, I don't like what you're about to say, and I'm just going to say it, get to the punch first, so I can go ahead and counter and we can move past it and you don't get to say anything. This is a classic tactic, and you see these on a lot of these panels or shows where people just don't respect the host. On this show, it's a little confusing as to who the host is, because it's literally the guys are the hosts. So good podcast etiquette is that you let the host talk. You don't overtalk them. That's very rude.
Oh, you are. Because I'm trying to let you know. Because I asked you, have you been cheated on? I asked you. You said you don't know.
No, I mean, realistically, if I have been cheated on, then it's like I obviously wouldn't be with that person anymore.
But would you say that most men, if a woman cheat on him, would he give her a second chance?
Yeah, there's men who would.
No, I said most.
Men.
I don't know. I can't speak statistically.
All right, so you don't know women getting cheated on?
No.
So translation, she got a lot to say for something that she don't know she knows next to nothing about. She's arguing just to argue, just being contrarian. Just being contrarian. She's just, yeah.
All right.
I don't know women getting cheating on. They know they're getting cheated on. Same way I don't know.
Yes, you do.
No,
yes, you
I
do.
don't.
Yes, you
do. Don't put words in my mouth.
Yes, you do.
Here you go, Chang.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is people who cheat can't control themselves?
Yeah.
But the studies show that women cheat more than men.
Why don't you respect yourself enough to keep your penis in your pants?
Why don't women?
Huh?
They cheat more than men. That's
No.
that's a study that shows that.
Show me the statistics. Where'd you get the
yeah.
statistics from?
That is actually a thing. Like that's a study. Like, you know what I mean? We had a whole episode about that.
She angry. Go ahead, Google it. Go ahead, Google it.
Oh, you looking it up?
Please.
I fact check everything.
Yeah, please do. And then apologize.
She said no. Like, even when she found it, like, no, I ain't gonna apologize.
Yeah.
Like, that's only one article. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, realistically, hold up. I gotta read this. Give me a second, y'all.
Notice how what she said applies until the information is on the table that women actually cheat more. Now it's, well, show me the stats on that. But she was literally just arguing that when she thought it was men. Like I said, arguing just to argue.
Oh,
Okay.
I gotta analyze, and then I'll give my summary.
Is it physical or emotional?
it doesn't matter. Cheat is cheat.
Oh, look.
No, but you're right.
But see, but the first thing you try to do is justify it. Like,
It's not justify. I'm trying to see what's
No,
what.
that's a good question.
Why does it
We're
matter?
simplifying
Why does it
it. It
matter?
does
You can't
matter.
control yourself.
No,
Do you
well,
think
because
it matters?
According to her, you can't control yourself.
No,
it don't matter. No.
Well, honestly, I feel like if you feel the need to cheat, why not just break up with the person?
That's how I feel.
Period.
Agree,
You feel me?
100%.
That's because
But again,
But I just want to make sure you stick into your guns that
I am
they
sticking to my
can't control
guns.
themselves.
because she's on the
no,
same. She's
I'm
on the same
speaking as
article.
to men. No, I'm speaking as to
Only to
men
men.
where no, wait, I didn't say only to men. I said speaking as to men where they feel the need to go out of a
That means
relationship
only
they
men.
know is good for a one night stand. That to me, and it's continuous, back to back. I feel like that's a sign of being out of control. There's men, you guys like sex is something y'all really into. Y'all don't take it as seriously as women. So for you to act like impulsive,
Why would you say that? Why we don't take it as serious?
because
as women?
I'm not gonna speak for all
Because
women.
you guys can't get pregnant. You don't take it seriously.
Yeah.
So
like,
for y'all to
sex
be
is
taking that
something y'all
serious,
could
why
just
the
walk
fuck
off-
are y'all getting pregnant by a million niggas that ain't
Who's a
gonna
million
be there?
niggas?
fucking
You
us?
are hurt.
Huh?
You're hurt.
How am I hurt?
Cause who's a million niggas? And who's you?
How many women out here that's pregnant by a man that's not
And
even with them?
how many niggas are out here with mad baby mothers?
But you just said woman gives the access.
No, I'm surprised they didn't mention this. According to the stats, no. Well, according to the stats, the YouTube stats, over 50% of black men are single and childless. 30% are married. So we're talking about, that's 80. So we're talking about less than 20% of men who are out here having kids outside of wedlock. The numbers they're not the same for the women. It's like 48% of women have children and less than 30% are married. So, yeah, that's actually, you know what? It's not that different. I think because if you think about it, let's see, 48% have children. That means that 52% don't. So 52 plus 26. We're still talking about a small percentage. I'm about to look those numbers up again, because if that's correct, then we you know what? We might be victims of the what do you call it? The black media propaganda. Is that we're all out here having bunches of babies with each other and, not forming outside of wedlock. But I'm going to have to look those numbers up again. We'll see.
to pregnancy, right?
I didn't say that, she did.
Okay, so I'm talking to her, then you need to be quiet.
No, I don't need to be quiet. It's a podcast.
You do. Because you're angry right now.
I'm not angry. I just questioned why you're hurt. You look extremely mad right now.
No, you are.
No, I'm not, babe.
Just because your tone is different don't mean you're not aggravated.
You're hyped up, though.
Yeah, see, arguing just to argue. That's what's going on here. But look, back to the topic, because this went way left, right? What we're talking about here is, a specific type of woman who says that she is looking for excess. Yeah, he is a good man for me. I would rate him as a good man, but he's got to be more than that. Okay, well, women who say that usually are looking for perfection. Like I said, you better off just holding the L, guys. You better off just holding the L and walking away and go find somebody else, because that woman's never going to be happy. The minute you step up and do the thing that she was talking about, let's say you guys separate for like 6 weeks or 6 months or something like that. You come back around. Well, now you the thing that she said was missing. I guarantee you there's going to be something else that she's looking for that you don't have. It's best just to leave women who have that opinion of you, just leave them alone and move to somebody else. At the end of the day, it becomes men need to get away from the scarcity mindset. Because that's what that is. You think that you're not going to meet another woman, so you're trying to make a rock bleed. No. Trying to squeeze juice from a turnip. It's not going to happen. Just let it go and go find you somebody else. Yeah. But look, guys, this was an interesting conversation. We got privy to the gender war because they're just arguing to argue. And at the end of the day, what did we come up with? Well, they all agreed with the same. This is the crazy part. They all agreed. So what was the argument for? Nothing. It's crazy how this works out, right? Look, guys, I'm going to say goes to the next time. Peace.